What's up, YouTube? Keeping it a Benji, and I'm getting back with y'all. Now we got the Adam and Wack show. We got WACK100 speaking on X4 and Deshaun Jackson. You know, D Jack. Pretty much the whole topic is based upon WACK100 not signing X4, or people speaking on WACK100 not signing X4, or X4 not signing to WACK100, however you flip it, and I'm sure y'all all been keeping up with some of these situations pertaining to X4 on the music end, because he one of the most talked about things, like, coming out of Los Angeles right now when it comes to this rap scene, right? That's trying to, make it and become something and be considered a real rapper. He definitely one of the people that's leading that type of this next generation of Los Angeles rap, however you flip it. So I'm gonna keep it a Benji with my reaction. Y'all gonna keep it a Benji for me in the comments. If not, don't jump in. Let's rock.
You had the football player guy,
Deshaun Jackson.
D Jack in there.
They said I said his name wrong, so hopefully I just said it right.
Right? And so why the fuck did my name keep coming up with signing X4?
Did it?
I don't understand you. Y'all motherfuckers is weird.
I don't think we really brought it up though.
You a motherfucking lie, because I listened to it on the way here, and I'm wondering, let me run through the events. I get a call from a Crip saying, hey, yo, I got this guy I'm working with. Can you post him? I don't even know the guy. The Paru posting. No problem. I'll post him and get people looking. Little chatter starts, cool. Hey, yo, man, we in studio. Can you pull up? I'm in the middle of my day. I'm by myself. I don't even got my team with me. These is all Crips. Fuck it, I pull up. Come in there, meet the guy, listen to the music. They want to talk to Birdman. I get Birdman on the phone, have a conversation with him, a little motivation, right? Give him a few pointers and, get to know him a little bit, and spend 2-3 hours and I leave. Why? Could you repost? I'll post again. So the Paru goes and honors and looks out for something the Crip card is asking me to do. I don't charge, no problem. Why in the fuck can it just be, we hit Wack, pulled up, he showed him some love, had a conversation, got stunned on the phone, he posts for us because we asked him to, and it was love. Why it gotta be, and we're not signed to WACK100 as if I made an attempt to sign the kid?
You felt that the way that he said it was too much of like making it clear that you weren't involved on the business end of it.
No. All I did was look out. That's it. Motherfuckers call me out in the middle of my day.
Now, I feel like this is just a matter of misunderstanding. Like, I feel like WACK100 played a big part on people taking X4 a lot more serious than what they was before Wack started posting him, or just, putting the whole X4 name with WACK100, because that is one of the reasons why I try to, I kind of got more familiar with X4, because Wack started, like, taking a liking to him, or however you flip it. I had already seen 600 running around with him, but Wack is one of the umbrellas when it comes to this West Coast rap. Los Angeles, he one of the umbrellas. So if Wack start interacting with somebody, I'ma take their career a lot more serious when it comes to the rapping, just because WACK100 really do the rap stuff. He got his label, he do the management, all that. And also, not taking away from X4, for him to be everything he has to be to even make it to the position for Wack to want to show him some love. So, X4 definitely doing his stuff. However, I just think this is just a misunderstanding, and maybe this is some conversations that need to take place behind closed doors, or whatever it may be. Unless all of this is just more of a marketing get down.
I ain't charged you nothing. I did everything you asked me to do. I never pursued him as an artist. Ever. Not a post, not a nothing.
Why not?
That wasn't what I was there to do.
And I can see where WACK100 feel a little offended at, because he feels like people is pretty much ranking down like, I wouldn't sign with WACK, or nah, I ain't signed to WACK, or, you know, saying it in the form of it being a negative if he was to sign with WACK. And WACK just feeling that way. That might not necessarily be the case. Only X4 know how he feel about it and how he mean it. But I can see why WACK interpreted that and kind of feel some type of way, you know? It's like, you could get my help, but to really stand next to me, that would be a negative. It's a plus to get my help, but it's a negative to really be under the umbrella. So I could get where you're coming from. I'm not saying that that's the truth of the situation, but I can get where he coming from that.
Okay. Because DJ said in a clip that isn't actually out yet that basically the reason why he didn't sign him was because it was a little too gangster for him, where his image as an NFL player, if he's signing somebody
He's not an NFL player anymore.
Okay, well, former NFL player, whatever. He felt like it maybe wouldn't have been the best
NFL don't give
fit.
a fuck about the former NFL players unless you're going to do commentate.
But do you think it's fair for someone who, you know,
That
has
ain't my
that kind of
business.
image to not want to
I've
work?
never,
you know?
listen, my whole thing was I'm a culture dude. I'm part of this West Coast culture. I don't give a fuck where you from. If one of my comrades called me red or blue, right, and asked me, yo, WACK, we doing this, can you help give it a little push? I'm going to do that, no problem. If that's all I did and I took time on my day to pull up because you asked me to meet the youngster, get stunned on the phone, give him a little motivation, hear his music, critique his music, and get on, just say that's what WACK did. But don't end it with, and no, we ain't signed to WACK100, as if I pursued him to sign to me and it didn't happen.
Okay.
Because then I could just say no, I know.
And you know what? On their defense, I will say this. When you're a rapper, you do want to be particular on letting everybody know that you're not signed in, like you're not signed by anybody else. So everybody else to still look at you as an option, and they want to get with you and, you know, work out a deal or see what kind of business they can work out. Sometimes labels, or whether it's major or independent labels, whatever, people might bypass on a person just because you already locked in. So, you know, I feel like that could be one of the reasons why X4 and his campaign and them is making sure everybody know that they ain't signed with WACK.
Just start telling motherfuckers, nah. They ain't gonna be like, oh, why WACK act like that? But every time I go to help somebody, y'all want to take the help instead of honoring the help. You want to trash it and say, oh, but we didn't sign to him. I didn't ask you to sign to me. You asked me to help you on some simple marketing shit.
But why do you have to take them saying that he's not
Man,
signed to you? Why do you have to take that as an offense?
Listen, the next nigga mentioned that is fuck your mama. It's getting to that point. Pyro. Stop playing with me. Nigga called me to do something and I do something out of love and respect.
Who
and
called you,
admiration.
Christopher Lovejoy?
Yeah, that's a crip.
Right. But you're mad at him or no?
Nigga, I'm mad at anybody that keeps saying he didn't sign to WACK100. The next nigga, one of you niggas who know that I was there because you asked me to pull up. WACK pull up by himself amongst a bunch of Crips because they asked me to. It's love. Could you get stunned on the phone? I do that as love. Could you listen to the music? I do that as love. Just say, yo, we hit WACK. WACK did some posts for us. Sparked a little fire and flame, right? He pulled up. He gave the youngster a little advice. We asked him, could he get stunned on the phone? He did that. That got the youngster amped. WACK gave us some love. Leave it there. Nigga, stop in it with, but we ain't signed to WACK100. WACK100 didn't try to sign him. It was never my intention. First of all, anybody that I feel is controlled or has too much outside influence around them when it comes to their game with this business, I don't want to sign you.
That's
This is a fact. If you're not your own man when it comes to your business, I don't want to sign you. Because I'm not signing your hood.
So you signed Blueface or manage Blueface.
Blueface,
but he doesn't have some OG that's barking down your
is from
phone, right?
Schoolyard Crip. He got Schoolyard Crips with him. They moved with him. They security. They all that.
Did you have a relationship with any Schoolyard Crips before him? Before you started working with him?
Prison that I ain't talked to in years.
Right.
But Blueface, when it comes to his business, Blueface dictates that. Ain't no talk to the schoolyards about his business. I talk to one schoolyard, him. When I deal with game, I don't got to deal with all the fucking cedar blocks. I deal with game. When I deal with Ray J, I don't got to deal with all the people from Carson. I deal with Ray J. I don't want to sign nobody who ain't their own man. I don't want to sign nobody who is controlled by their neighborhood or controlled by the streets.
And you know, that's some good advice, and that's true. Like, that makes sense on the business stance. And I'm not saying necessarily like that's what X4 is, because I don't know him to know if, you know, he got his hood all involved in his business. Now, if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. I ain't got nothing to do with it, or I don't have a problem with however somebody carry their business, as long as it worked for you. You know, if it worked for you, then hey, it is what it is. But I do see what Wack is saying about X4, because I can see at this moment X4 is definitely still keeping a lot of the street stuff neck and neck when it comes to his growth, when it comes to business. Just like when Alex Alonso had him on street TV and he was trying to get him to speak on gangs without disrespecting them, X4 let him know off the rip, like, nah, that ain't what we doing. We ain't clearing nothing up. We not being respectful. Whatever we do and how we say it and disrespect people, we gonna keep it that way. Don't edit nothing out. Now, if you carry yourself like that, that makes the streets carry a lot more weight with you when it comes to your business and your growth, you know? So WACK100 just saying that he know that at somewhere that will have a bump in the road for him trying to do business with X4 anyway. You know, because he move around. He got a lot of help. You got 600. I'm guessing D-Jack be giving him advice. He hang with him. You know, that's just how they run their course. And like I say, I'm not saying that it's something bad or wrong as long as it worked for you. However, Wack is just saying that's something that he not trying to participate in, which I get it on the business end, because he broke it down very, 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 very right. And also X4 is still new in this whole game. So he got some growing to do, you know? And I'm not trying to disrespect a person like Blueface or Game or Ray J and them. But from what I gather, I think X4 is coming straight out the bottom with this shit. You know, like, I'm not belittling who Blueface is, the Schoolyard or the Game, the Cedar, Ray J over there in Carson. But I would like to say, from what I gather, X4 is more of a head-on, coming straight out the bottom, out the trenches, more entrenched of that gang bang culture from where he come from. You know, like, X4, I forgot how old he is. For some reason, I can't remember. I want to say he said he was like 24 or 23 or something like that. And at like 23, I would like to say that, you know, obviously everybody know that Ray J had a big start early in his career. He was already somebody, so he was already dealing with celebrity and, you know, fame and whatnot. Then you got The Game. I would like to say that The Game was pretty much already taken off in rap and was somebody in G-Unit by the time he was about 24. I could be wrong, no. But, you know, he definitely was taking that approach with rap a lot more serious, as opposed to how X4 still just lighting that fuse for him to take rap just 100% serious, more serious. And the same with Blueface. Like, Blueface, you know, it's not to take away from him, but it seemed like he got a lot of Like his background is going this route, and then his background might go this route. So not to say that he not who he say he is, but it's still harder to get a person out of a trench mindset when a person coming straight out that trench. You know, like from what I gather, X4 have been just straight from the 40s to going to doing incarceration, back to the 40s, back to doing incarceration. You know, that's serious. You know, that's serious. You know, mind you, like I said, X4 just was on here publicly like dissing people. You know, like Blueface ain't really, I don't think he really said nothing about dissing nobody like when he was making music early on when he came out the gate. Do we say some fly shit and shit be resonating to that gang culture? Yeah. But I don't think he just came out the rip like and dissed somebody that his hood was beefing with. Neither did the game or Ray J. So I'm just breaking down certain differences with him. You know, I get where Wack was coming from. And like I said, as long as it worked for you, do whatever it works. You know what I mean? If the whole homie program works for you, man, it works. If it don't work, then you got to figure something else out.
Period. It's impossible to do business with them. You got a bunch of dummies chiming in about shit that they don't know nothing about, based on some shit that has nothing to do with this corporate entity of business.
Right. But this is all, you know, you had your little big U rant earlier. This kind of all goes back to that, right?
His weird ass card over there.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
His weird ass. As soon as I posted the kid, because the Crips asked me to,
right.
He calls over there to the 40s. Oh, y'all fucking with Wack? Y'all fucking with Wack? Ooh, nigga, they asked Wack, and the power rule came and assisted them. Now, you big you ain't took T.I., you ain't took Gunna, you ain't took none of these people that you be around, right? Over there to Expo to take a photo or had them post anything or do no collab or nothing. So nigga, stop worrying about what the Paru doing for the neighborhood Crip, and won't you as a neighborhood Crip do something for the neighborhood Crip and leave my name out your mouth? Cause they calling me telling me every time you call the neighborhood Crips, they calling Wack and telling me this is what this nigga saying. And it's weird. It's weird as a motherfucker.
So let me ask you this, hypothetically, because when I was having that conversation with D-Jack about X4, I was thinking in my head, how much chaos would it introduce into my life that I wouldn't want to deal with if I had had the opportunity to sign him, which I never even had that conversation, X4. But would you say that that was a bad idea for me to sign somebody who's so deeply into the LA politics?
I think you wouldn't have you wouldn't have a problem.
You don't think?
Nah, you wouldn't have a problem.
Why?
Anybody from the street signing was gonna have a problem. It's real shit.
Including you.
Yeah, I wouldn't have never done it. You know, for one, it was 600's thing. I was looking out for 600.
Right.
I met the kid. I liked the kid. I think the
but
kid.
But if you had
great.
found him before all that, it still would have been a little too mixed.
Yeah, I can't. I just can't. It's impossible. I'm from Paru, so at the end of the day, as soon as that element starts mixing with the business, then it becomes that element and it's no longer business. So why even do it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I figured.